Welcome to part 2. You have now taken your silhouette or image and put it on a PSD document, which stands for Photoshop document. Mine is called Concrete Poem. I hope yours is labeled something equally meaningful. If not, you can always double click right here where the name is and change the name. Like if you are Project 2 or something that's meaningful to you and to me so that we know what it is when you email it to me, which you will do. We are now going to put a path around it. Yay! But in order to do so, you need to get close to what you're doing. So Control plus. Then grab this tool under the T tool over on the left. Looks like an old-fashioned pen tip. Click on it. And make sure that you go up to fill at the top where it says fill. We don't want to fill our shape with red. We want no color, please, because it can get in the way. All right, next step. Go on the edge of your object and click, click, click little dots close together around your shape. You're going to go all the way in one direction. I cannot tell you how many times people have put them too far apart and chopped off pieces. That's bad. When you make a mistake, all you got to do is edit, step backwards. So click, 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 click. Now, you have to keep going in the same direction. I am going clockwise around my shape, and it's really important that you keep going. Now, notice how I kind of ran out of room? I have seen so many people like go, okay, well, I'm just going to go up here. Don't do it that way. So, one moment, please. Okay, so when you make a boo-boo like this, it's no big deal. Even if you make a second and a third boo-boo, hey, stop. Stop making mistakes. It's okay. Now go to Edit, Step Backwards. That gets rid of the last boo-boo. And keep going to Edit, Step Backwards. And guess what? You're right back to where you were. Now to move the picture, hold the space bar with your left hand on the keyboard. Then when you move your mouse, you can see that, hey, there's a little hand here that allows you to click and drag and move your picture in such a way as you can see the part that you're working on. And I'm going to keep going all the way around the shape. And I'm going to keep going and remind you that if you make a mistake, like if you put it inside the shape, it's okay. You can edit step backwards as many times as you need to. It's all right. Now I'm going to hit pause and I'm going to finish going around my shape. Now I have made a little error. You can see down here by my dog's butt, this is actually a shadow, not part of the leg. See how I did not want the shadow over here? So you can also make corrections by holding down the control key on your keyboard. CTRL. It is on the lower left of your keyboard, and you can move points, but you got to grab the point. Got to grab the point. Control, click, and move the point. And then you can also go and add points, I think, in between. If you get right on line and click, and then you can move that new point by holding the control key. Got to get right on the control key and move it. All right, so if you accidentally make mistakes, I'm going to move this back. You can grab a point, hold the control key, and move it really where you wanted it. Okay. Now, another mistake that sometimes people do is let's see if we can get the minus tool. Click and hold. Nope. We'll deal with that later. So if you make a small error, keep going, and we can try dealing with it later. Okay. But just keep in mind that you can move points if you hold the control key, and I'll demonstrate that again. Hold the control key, boom, and you can move it back. You can also, if you make a mistake, use the arrows on your keyboard, but you can see that it moves all of the points, and that's bad news if all of your points are good. So hold the control key